Hello everyone, today we will be using Blender to generate a procedural generation tool. We will generate a procedural terrain and after that we will generate a procedural foliages on top of that terrain. But for this video we will be focusing on generating the procedural terrain. So we can start with creating a plane. If we press Shift A, we can create a plane, and uh, let's scale it up a little bit. Okay, and if we press Ctrl A and apply scale to this object, new scale of this object becomes 111 to do newly adjusted scale. So we will be using geometry nodes for creating and editing the terrain values. From the tabs above, we can switch the geometry nodes tab, and okay, you see here a spreadsheet that includes some information about the vertices of this mesh here, but we will not going to use it, so we can just join left and close that part. And okay, here is our mesh, and at the modifiers tab you can see there are no modifiers for now. But if we add a new geometry node modifier from here using the geometry nodes tab, geometry node editor tab, so we can see this one is occurred here also. So we can change the name of this one as terrain generator. And as you can see, there is a group input and group output. If we disconnect this connection, so nothing goes to output, so no vertices are visible. So okay, we should connect these two. So first of all, we need to we can go to wireframe mode by here. So we need to subdivide this mesh, and after subdividing, we will be generating some height map using a texture. So from that height map, we sample a value, some values for each vertex, and that value will be our height value for each vertex. So we can press Shift A in the node editor and type subdivide mesh node in here, and we can place it here, and it automatically connects the connections. So if we increase this value, as you can see, the subdivision part is increasing. So okay, we correctly subdivided these meshes. Basically what we want to do is setting some z values for each vertex. Okay, we will be using a noise texture node in Blender here. So we will sample from this noise texture using our each vertex's x and y value. We will sample a noise, and we will set that noise value to our height value of that vertex. Okay, so we need to we can use this noise texture, or we can use some custom textures, or we can use any other models, but this one is I think is a proper way to doing it that in Blender. So we can select the dimensions of the noise texture here. For example, we can just use 2D or 3D in here, and this is the method of the I don't know the type of the texture, the way how we sample in the random sampling methods. This is the fractional brownie motion, I guess this one is, and this is the most common way to create some procedural I don't know, procedural terrains or clouds. I think this is the one of the most common ones, so we can use this one. So okay, press A and type position, and we can see here geometry reads position. So we are reading our position here. Our position is a vector of vector tree. So we need to connect this vector to this noise texture here, but this noise texture's output is 3D, but we will be using maybe 2D, or it doesn't matter. I think we will be using U and V coordinates, so we can disconnect this one and we can connect only the X and Y values to this noise texture. So to do that, we can separate the XYZ values of this vector, and we can here combine the XYZ values of this one and setting Z as 0 and connecting the vector to here. So okay, and after that the sampled value is written in a color structure. So the sampling of this noise texture returns as a RGB value. So in an RGB value, the R, G and B values are equal. So we need to select only one of the channels. We can again press Shift A and separate, this time separate color, because this is a color. So we can only choose the red channel of this noise, this texture. So this red value will be our Z value, the Z value, the height value. Okay, so we will somehow need to set this red value to our position's Z value. So again, we can read our position value, and maybe we can again separate X by Z again, and we can again Shift A, combine X by Z. Okay, I don't know, maybe I am doing it in the long way, but I think as long as it's true, we can do it in anyways. So maybe just I don't know, maybe connecting directly these to these, or maybe using another node for not doing this at all. I don't know. So I think you get the point. Okay, so we need to set the position of our vertices somehow. So we can again use some kind of set position. Yes, I think this one, and I can place it like this, and it automatically connects the connections like this. And I can connect this one to the position, this new value. So as you can see, maybe I can do it like that. As you can see, the noise is applied on the texture. So we can change its scale or detail value or roughness value, linearity, distortion. But you see here, the heights are not so big, so that are not exactly this is not exactly what we want. So we can scale the heights with a floating number, multiplying with a floating number maybe. So for example, it goes up, and yes, it's better right now. But why does it go up? I don't know why exactly, but if we don't normalize the noise texture value here, it will be scaling the vertex z values around 0 z0. It might be about maybe v, if we normalize v, somehow neglecting the value 0, I don't know. So if we deselect the normalized one and again apply the 50 height, or maybe it's too much, 30. So yes, it's better right now, but it's very noisy. So we can adjust the values here to get rid of that noisy value, but you can see that we cannot connectly escaping from that, so we can just give a little scale value there, and we have the nicely looking terrain here. Maybe we can okay, we can edit some roughness or lacunarity value, maybe some distortion, and maybe some detail. So I think we can make it better adjusting these parameters, but I don't like this scale value here. We need to make it something more adjustable, so we can multiply the vector by this value here. So for example 0 0.001, 0.001, and adjusting this to 1. Okay, so it's better for visualizing the tool, I think, right now. So you can maybe edit more this one. By the way, we don't need to adjust some value to the z value because it's already 0. So it doesn't matter if you multiply with anything. So okay, we have a nicer terrain than the starting, so we can make it more beautiful. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, maybe if we want to smooth this mesh, we can increase the subdivision, and again editing this detail value. Oh yeah, it's very smooth right now. So okay, let's save it for now, and we can apply a texture on it and see how it's looking. So we can go the shading tab above, and in this tab, the shader editor tab, we can create a new material or shader, and we can adjust our textures to this principal BSDF value. So I'm pressing N, and I'm using the Node Wrangler add-on here. It's widely used and very helpful tool. It's a built-in add-on. I recommend you to activate it on preferences, add-ons, Node Wrangler. Activate it here and you can use it so much. So you can just select, press the add principal setup, and you can select your textures with diffuse, displacements, normal, and blah blah texture values. So okay, we have applied our texture on it, but the rocks on the texture seems a little bigger, so we can scale the texture up to make it look better, and maybe we can edit the normal map, the strength of the normal map, to some kind of bump mapping, applying here maybe to make it more visually realistic. So we can add okay, let me come back to layout. select this one. Okay, maybe we can add a sun here. Okay, and through the settings maybe we can okay, adjust its value. Okay, this is our, I think, the last output. In maybe we can in the shading mode. Okay, basically what we have done is we create a geometry node that adjusts the height values of the terrain using a noise texture. Of course, you can use another custom texture in here. Instead of using noise texture, you can use your own custom height maps. So we can edit this one. These are a little bit more. For example, this value, maybe we can make this a group input in here, and we can edit this one, this value, from the not going in the nodes editor graph, just on the modify step we can edit this one. And again I'm pressing N, and I'm going to node tab, and I can not the node tab, sorry, group tab, and group sockets tab, and I can double click this value and height. I can rename the variable, and I can rewrite here a description, height of the terrain maybe, and I can, if I can hook, okay, I can, I don't know, it's not, okay, it's visible right now. So I think that's all. In the following video we will place procedural foliages on top of this terrain, and thanks for watching. See you at the next video.